The Badgers from Stone College from Utah. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's ball game. First of all, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Spartans from Colorado Northwestern. Starting at guard, a high-pitch sophomore from Idaho, Utah, number 2, Taylor Thomas. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore from Stansbury Park, Utah, number 10, Rachel Prescott. At the post, a 6'2" sophomore from Roy, Utah, number 21, Shelby Harvey. At forward, a 6'1" sophomore from Roy, Utah, number 23, Kelsey Harvey. At guard, a 5'9" sophomore from Warren, Utah, number 30, Kaylee Giovanni. And coach for the Lady Spartans, Mr. Brian Wortmeyer, assisted by Kyle Hendricker. The Lady Spartans from Colorado Northwestern Community College from Bradenton, Colorado. And now the home team on the scoreboard. Here are the Lady Badgers from Stone College out of Utah. Starting at forward, a 6'1", Morgan, Utah resident, number 11, Lisa Campbell. At forward, at 5'10", out of Sandy, Utah, number 12, Lindsey Johnson. At guard, at 5'8", out of Roy, Utah, number 21, Ethan Hurley. At forward, at 5'9", from Lake, Utah, number 24, Madison Smith. And at the post, at 6'2", out of Springfield, Utah, number 54, Brooke Wheeler. And coach for the Lady Badgers, Mr. Mike Russell, assisted by Randy Rose and Jordan Towns. The Lady Badgers from Stone College out of Utah.
And welcome everybody to this live broadcast of Snow TV here at the Region 18 tournament in Twin Falls, Idaho, as the first game gets started off here as the Snow College Badgers, the number 3 seed coming into this conference, take on Colorado Northwestern Community College, the number 6 seed. I'm Jacob Bateman, joined by Gary Chittister, along with the rest of the Snow TV crew, here to bring you all the Region 18 games here this weekend.
Well, Jacob, even though this is a number 3 versus a number 6 seed, which you might think is a given, Colorado Northwestern has played Snow College very tough in all 3 games this year.
So Snow College has beat them, like you were saying earlier, Gary, but they have had the tough competition, and so Colorado Northwestern jumps off to the early lead as Tuiamne hits the basket but misses the free throw, not able to complete the 3-point play. So Lady Badgers looking to respond back. Lindsey Johnson drives in, then kicks back out. Now it's up to Madison Smith, and she throws it away.
I like how the Badgers were showing some patience there on that possession. They worked the ball around. They went inside twice to Brooke Wheeler. Didn't get anything out of it, but nice patience there.
They come out with a press off of the turnover as Prescott is able to get the ball back over the half-court line. And so the Spartans will look to extend this lead up to 2 possessions. Harvey, 3-pointer, banks it in. Kelsey Harvey gets on the board.
Madison Smith just kind of looked back and thought, what do I do on that?
Brooke Wheeler working down low with the right hand, pops out. Johnson came flying in for the offensive rebound, and then a foul is called on Colorado Northwestern.
Siley Tuimaune.
It's the first foul of the game. She got the first basket and the first foul. And Badgers down by 5 early on. Kicked out to Johnson in the corner. She dribbles in and jump shots off the mark. Madison Smith with the offensive board. So a third chance on this possession for the Badgers thanks to 2 offensive rebounds. But then it's thrown away once again by Madison Smith.
I wonder how much that left hand is bothering Madison. She injured her thumb last week on this floor against the College of Southern Idaho. Did not play much at North Idaho, and it's heavily taped in this game. But even getting that rebound, it looked like she was hesitant to grab it with both hands. She just kind of tipped it with her right hand and then tracked it down.
And on the other end, the Badgers are able to force the turnover as Kelsey Harvey dribbles it out of bounds. So they get the ball back. And a chance to get on the board here. Early on, it's 5-0. Badgers yet to score. Lindsey Johnson gives off to Smith. Smith tries to slip it down to Wheeler. It's batted around. Wheeler's block, gets her own rebound. And now Hurley is fouled as she was looking to dribble the ball in. So Hurley's going to inbound the basketball.
Good move by Hurley to try to penetrate, make something happen. Badgers have been working it around the perimeter, but not looking for a really good shot as of yet.
And so into the game for Colorado Northwestern checks in Taylor Thomas, as it's almost stolen away by the other Harvey. That one's Shelby.
Wasn't it Taylor Thomas that had such a great game over in Rangeley, Colorado against the Badgers, but did not play going down the stretch much?
Yes, it was. That
Smith.
time.
Madison Smith, long range three.
She shows that her right hand's not taped up and able to knock it down with it. So that's the first basket of the day for the Badgers, and it's 5-3.
Badgers showing a little half-court trap there. Didn't result in a turnover, but it did run some of the shot clock off.
Harvey dribbles in, double team. She puts up the runner and off the rim. Now Hurley pushing it the other way. Hurley kicks out to Smith. Smith dribbles in, goes with that left hand. Not able to get it to go. Madison Smith, offensive rebound and the putback. Not Madison Smith, that was Brooke Wheeler.
Brooke Wheeler. What a great job by Brooke Wheeler. I mean, she's a tall player, plays the post, but instead of going up high that time, she kind of ducked underneath and laid it off the glass.
So now CNCC tries to get the ball down low. Now it's kicked back out. Got Midgley, Sarah Midgley with the ball, gives it off to Prescott. Now Harvey with the elbow jumper. That seems to be a shot that she relishes to take, but that time not able to knock it down. Madison looks to feed Lisa Van Camp, and she was open down the lane, but yet again, not able to make the pass. So Madison Smith's going to check out of the game with that third turnover.
Checking in for the Badgers, Alexa Gapmeyer. So Gapmeyer will play the 2 spot.
So 5-5, coming up on 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter as the shot is missed. The layup, that was Sarah Midgley. And rebound pulled down by the Badgers. Hurley being pressured, gets it across. Gapmeyer's open for 3, off the rim. Another offensive rebound. This time it's Lindsey Johnson, and her putback doesn't go, knocked out of bounds. Ball will go with Colorado Northwestern.
Gapmeyer didn't waste any time to get a shot up, and it looked like it was right on line. We had a good angle on it from up here, but just a little bit long off the back.
Sarah Midgley kicks out to Harvey for 3 of her own, and hers is too long as well. Offensive rebound pulled down by the Badgers. They're pushing it. Hurley pulls up and gets it to rattle around the rim and drop down for Caitlin Hurley, her first basket.
Boy, if there's any young players out there watching, that was a great fast break. Young players tend to want to go all the way to the hole sometimes on a fast break. That time Hurley showed patience, pulled up and took a little 4-footer and was able to get it to go.
And Prescott puts the ball through the hoop on the other end. So we got a 7-7 game here early on.
Van Kampen takes a 3.
And Prescott with the rebound, pushing it the other way. Now she wisely pulls it back as the Badgers Good job on recovering off of the long rebound. The ball blocked, I guess you would say.
Was that Brooke Wheeler that got the block?
Brooke Wheeler got the block, and Badgers corral the loose ball. Now on the other end, Gatmeyer hesitates and then
Nice
drives
move.
in.
She had that little hesitation like she was going to go up with the right-handed layup, kind of hesitated. The defender went past her, and then she banked it off the glass.
And so a timeout is called on the court. Badgers were down early, 5-0, but now they're up 9-7, 4:22 left to play here in the first quarter.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You have a journey ahead of you. How will you create it? How will you embrace it? How will you achieve it? How will you change the world and discover yourself in the process? You will, at Snow College.
Thanks. Yeah, whatever.
And welcome back as the Spartans look to inbound the basketball. Van Kampen gets her hand in, though, on the inbound to disrupt the play. So it's...
And then it went off Tyra Rodriguez.
So a turnover forced off of the timeout by the Lady Badgers. Aubrey Chalice just checked into the game, gives it off to Van Kampen. Now Chalice takes her first shot of the night, rolls off the rim, and rebound Harvey. Kelsey Harvey pulls it down, the 6'1" freshman. Has kicked out to Harvey now for three, off the mark. Hurley with the rebound. Hurley coming the other way, tries to slip it down to Chalice, but into the lane steps Megan Erickson, who intercepts the basketball. And then did she travel with it?
She did. It looked like she turned her right ankle, and instead of trying to dump the ball off to somebody, she went to the floor, and they did call a travel, but she looks like she's in some pain.
So she's still laying on the floor, and the ball will go back to the Lady Badgers. And so we're going to take a quick timeout here as we get ready for play again.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Brooke Wheeler, who puts up the left-handed layup, up and in for Brooke Wheeler. And that now extends the Badger lead back out to 4 points. Spartans with the basketball, down by 4. Looking to cause some ruckus here as Taylor Martin drives in, puts up the right-handed runner, and off the mark. It's going to go out of bounds off of the Spartans. So ball will head back to Snow College as Chalice will set the offense up for the Badgers.
Spartans are running an interesting defense. Whoever is guarding, sorry,
Is that Chalice?
yeah, and Hurley, Caitlin Hurley. Whoever's guarding Caitlin Hurley is on her all the time, following around. All the other defenders are playing off and then only guarding close when they have the ball, but they're following Hurley even without the ball.
Well, Caitlin Hurley, the leading scorer of the team, as Aubrey Chalice steals that one away as she was pestering those Spartan guards there on the full court press, and she's fouled on the shot, so Aubrey Chalice, 2 free throws coming her way.
Foul called on Riley Thompson.
Chalice misses the first free throw.
Misses the first free throw. She'll shoot a second.
So Brooke Wheeler's going to take a break, and I think that was Lindsey Johnson checking in for her, and Chalice makes the second. So her first point of the night, or of the day or morning. You never know what to say in these tournaments. It's the first game here kicking things off.
Well, you got to wonder how much of an effect that has on the players, too. They're not used to playing at 12 noon. Their games are usually 5:30 or 3 o'clock.
So the Spartans clock shot, the game clock.
We're not used to calling a game this early either.
Running down, a shot was put up there about 2 seconds. Badgers with the rebound. So everybody trying to break the rust off here this morning as that shot is missed by Alexa Gatmeyer. Rebound, Spartans coming the other way. Thompson gives off to a cutting Taylor Martin.
That was a nice move by Taylor Martin. Took it in strong with the right hand and banked it off the glass.
So 12-9, Caitlin Hurley tries to slip it into some Badgers, and just another sloppy pass made by Snow College. Seems to be some miscommunication going on.
I think miscommunication. Johnson was open, but she had her back turned when Hurley threw her the pass.
And on the other end, the Spartans drive in. That time, it's Taylor Thomas with the layup. And the lead is back down to 1 point for Snow College. At the 1.5 minute mark left till the end of the first quarter. Gatmeyer hesitates again, drives in with that same move. This time it's off the mark. Gets her own rebound, throws up the putback, and that won't go as well. Taylor Thomas gives it down low, and then the double team comes. That was Riley Thompson with the basketball. So they're going to call a jump ball. It will stay with Colorado Northwestern. Into the game checks Madison Smith, Tiffany Madsen, and along with Brooke Wheeler for the Badgers. And inbounding the basketball is Kelsey Harvey. And that ball is thrown out of bounds, but not before it was tipped by Snow College. And so Spartans will throw it back in again. 1 minute left till the first quarter comes to an end.
20 seconds on the shot clock. Badgers in a 2-3 zone right now against Colorado. Almost stolen by Chalice.
10 seconds now on the shot clock.
Aubrey Chalice has made her minutes very effective so far. She came up with a steal right after she checked in and almost had another steal there.
Midgley gives off to Harvey for 3, off the mark, front of the rim. Now tangle up between Lindsey Johnson and Riley Thompson. So this time the possession's going to go with Snow College. And Aubrey Chalice coming off the bench, looking to spark this offense. 12-11. She gets her pass blocked, and another turnover forced by the Spartans.
These are important going down the stretch here. Without Caitlin Hurley on the floor, Badgers need to take care of the ball and get a good look on the offensive end.
They got a decent look there with Tiffany Madsen, but she can't put it in. Stolen away, though, by Madison Smith. Now Madison takes the 3, and she's got it.
Buries it.
She's not using much of her left hand on those shots, but
She doesn't need it.
off the other end, Prescott puts up a prayer of a 3 as the buzzer sounds. And so the Badgers are going to take a 4-point lead into the second quarter as they lead 15-11. We'll be back for the start of your second quarter in just one moment.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I started my journey at Snow College because of the
beautiful campus,
amazing professors, fun, friendly people,
hands-on classroom experience, affordable education.
I love the social life,
our national ranked football team, the intramural sports,
opportunities to get involved,
small class sizes,
amazing improv theater.
My teachers know me, campus activities.
It feels like home.
So here we are at the start of the second quarter as Snow College, thanks to a late three-pointer by Madison Smith, takes a 4-point lead. Here to start things off, Colorado Northwestern ball as Midgley gives off to Harvey. Back down low to Taylor Martin, who goes aggressively to the rim with the right hand. Off the backboard, rebound, finally corralled down by Brooke Wheeler, and then it's pushed up to Madison Smith, and Madison Smith with the right-handed layup. She has 8 points tonight.
Good job by the Badgers to push the ball up the floor and get a good look before Colorado was able to get back on defense.
Spartans push it up the other way, then pull it back. Now it's Taylor Martin. Gives off to Midgley, hesitates left, then dribbles right. Now Midgley takes the 3 off the mark as the shot clock was starting to wind down. Offensive rebound pulled down by Harvey. She can't get the jumper, and Lindsey Johnson pulls down the one-handed rebound. Lindsey Johnson takes it herself.
Oh, nice give and go, but right through the hands of Johnson. She passed out on the wing to Madison Smith, and Madison just touched it right back in as Johnson was cutting down the lane. Too bad Johnson couldn't hold on to it. That would have been an easy 2, I think. It looked good right till they almost turned it over.
Yes. Good news is they still have the basketball as Hurley inbounds it to Wheeler. Lindsey Johnson, now she finds Wheeler, and Wheeler gets the layup to go and a foul. So Brooke Wheeler gets the position away from the ball and then forces the foul, and Brooke Wheeler will have the chance to complete the 3-point play. 6 points for Brooke Wheeler on the night.
Wheeler is so tough inside. She's got a plethora of different shots that she uses. She can do that little jump hook. She can go underneath. She can go straight up. Hard to defend.
So the Badgers try to trap Prescott in the corner. They're able to break it, though, and then an easy layup, but it's missed by Harvey. That was Shelby Harvey with the miss. Now Madsen's open on the baseline, and she can't get it to go, but Brooke Wheeler's there once again with the left-handed layup. 9 points for Brooke Wheeler.
Good job by Brooke Wheeler, again working away from the ball and just coming up with the offensive rebound.
And another turnover is forced thanks to that Badger press. And the timeout is going to be taken on the floor as Lindsey Van Kampen sets to check into the game. Badgers extending their lead out to 11 points. We'll be back in just 1 second.
You have a journey ahead of you. How will you create it? How will you embrace it? How will you achieve it? How will you change the world and discover yourself in the process? You will, at Snow College.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
So the ball inbounded to Madison Smith here at the first game of the Region 18 Women's Basketball Championship Tournament, as the third-seeded Snow College Badgers try to advance to the next round.
Colorado did a great job that time of double teaming Brooke Wheeler when she got the ball down low. She tried to pass on the baseline to a cutter, and Colorado got a hand on it, almost come up with the steal.
Hurley drives in, throws up a layup, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound, and her putback nowhere near the basket. So Spartans looking to respond the other way. Prescott off to Midgley. Midgley tries to drive in, then thinks twice about it. Almost stolen away by Madison Smith. Now they're going to call the foul on her.
Madison slapped at the ball that time, must have got a little bit more of the wrist. Badgers will zone the inbounds play here. Nice left-handed hook that time by Riley Thompson.
So
she got the inbounds pass and just did a little left-handed hook.
That's her first 2 points of the night. Hurley left all alone on the left-handed layup as she exploded past everyone, and so Caitlin Hurley is fouled on the play. 2 free throws from the charity strike for her.
She kind of did a little stutter, kind of acted like she was going to slow down and pull back out, and everybody turned their back, and she went right onto the hole.
First free throw rolls its way into the basket. One more for Caitlin Hurley as she knocks that one through as well. Very reliable free throw shooter.
Badgers again with full court pressure.
Prescott gives off to Harvey. Now back to Harvey, who takes the three, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Spartans, and Prescott with the jumper.
Rachel Prescott, the freshman, ends up hitting the baseline jumper.
This is a very young team for Colorado Northwestern Community College. They only have 2 sophomores on their roster.
Madison Smith, another three. This time it's off the mark.
Yeah, this time it's too long, off the backboard.
I think it's very interesting, too, with the roster here that Colorado is showing. They've got a player that's 6'2", 6'1", 6 foot, 6 foot, but they have no centers listed. Everybody's a guard or a forward.
As Lisa Van Kampen on the other end misses a shot and puts up her own putback. And she gets on the board for the first time. So you got to think, though, if you are the Spartans, to get a win or two here in this conference would be great experience for this team going into next year.
I agree. I think they're a very good team. They have played everybody very tough, and I'm excited about the future for Colorado.
And so a foul is called on number 2, Taylor Thomas, as substitutions check into the game for both teams. Lindsey Johnson's going to take a rest for the Badgers.
Gatmeyer back in, did you say that? For the Badgers.
Here we go, Gatmeyer. Now she takes the baseline jumper and sinks it through. Alexa Gatmeyer.
She was out beyond the three-point range, but caught the pass and took a step and a half in and was able to drain it.
So the offense for Snow College starting to click here in the second quarter as Thomas gives out to Prescott. Now it's driven in by Taylor Thomas, and Taylor Thomas is fouled on the play.
Call the foul on Caitlin Hurley. That's her first.
Now the basketball is inbounded to Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez asks for it down low, but they give it off to Taylor Martin. Prescott for three. Too long off the back iron. Rodriguez with the rebound. Now she's triple teamed and fouled.
I think they're going to get Gatmeyer for reaching in on that one. Gatmeyer dropped down from the defensive position out by the guard. Dropped down to try to steal it away, but got caught with her hand in.
As the Spartans inbound it once again. They got a fresh shot clock, 25 seconds. As Taylor Martin drives in, and she's blocked by Brooke Wheeler. Out of bounds.
Then tries to get the rebound, just knocked it out of bounds. That's a hard place to go to score against Brooke Wheeler.
She had a decent game a couple times ago when these two teams met, coming off the bench. But
seems like she did most of her damage, though, out around 16, 17 feet and driving to the hole.
As the ball is batted out of bounds there by Snow College, and so a turnover is forced once again by the Spartans.
I think if Taylor Martin gets the ball around 15 feet and then faces up, she has a more of an advantage to try to go past Wheeler rather than getting the ball with her back to the basket.
So there they go. Now they give it off to her, but she gives it off to a cutting Prescott. And Rodriguez takes the three. Off the mark, rebound, Madison Smith. Madison pushes it up to Van Kampen, and Van Kampen loses control of it. Spartans running the other way. Off the mark as Tuyamne can't get it to go, but the offensive rebound pulled down by Thomas, and so she's going to have two free throws coming her way.
Good job by Thomas to battle to get that offensive rebound and then go back up with it.
Thomas misses that free throw. The winner of this game advances on to play College of Southern Idaho. So they get the home team awaiting them here in Twin Falls as both free throws are missed. But another offensive rebound by Martin. She gets her own rebound. Here they come once again, and you got to, if you're a Badger, you know, you got to be kicking yourself a little. That's almost, I think, 4 offensive rebounds.
Good job by the Spartans just to keep battling, not give up on it, and they get rewarded.
Down low on the other end, Brooke Wheeler. Her shot doesn't go. She was forced into a tough one. Now she's got another one.
That was actually Johnson.
Lindsey Johnson gets the basket.
I got to hand that one to Madison Smith, though. She didn't give up on it. Tipped it back in as she was going out of bounds and got it to Johnson. Nice baseline move there by Taylor Thomas.
Taylor Thomas with the right hand underneath the basket.
I didn't think she had room to get it up there.
She forced it up there and squeezed it through the hoop. Madison Smith. Back out to Brooke. Badgers looking to penetrate into this defense as Chalice can't get the jumper. And I think it was a timeout called.
I don't know what they called.
The referee stopped play.
He stopped play. They made a substitution, but I don't know why he stopped the play. That was very strange. Normally you don't stop the play just to make a substitution. But I don't see why they did.
Well,
anyway.
It's the Region 18 basketball tournament. Anything can happen, right?
I guess so.
Rodriguez, top of the key. Spartans just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Now Midgley drives in. She's double teamed and able, the 5'5" forever freshman is able to put it over the towering Brooke Wheeler.
Nice one-handed runner that time by Midgley.
5'5" over 6'2". Gapmeyer, she travels with the basketball. So Tiffany Madsen is checking into the game for Gapmeyer.
Badgers out there right now, it'll be interesting to see what they look for offensively. They've still got Brooke Wheeler and Madison Smith. But they've gone a long time without Hurley.
Caitlin Hurley, normally the leading scorer for this team, only with 4 points tonight. But the Badgers still with a 9-point lead as we got 2 minutes till halftime. Prescott for three, and she sinks the shot.
Nice shot by Prescott. Good patience and ball movement that time by Colorado. Kind of a skip pass, went from almost the baseline out to that angle.
Rachel Prescott now with 7 points. She steals the ball away. Prescott running the other way. She's got two Badgers trailing her, and Madison Smith blocks her from behind. Clean play. No, they did call the foul. So they're going to call the foul. It looked pretty clean from my view, but everyone was running pretty fast there. I'm sure there could have been some contact.
Prescott to shoot two.
She's got the first one. So the lead's cut down to 5 points as the Spartans try to pull this upset against Snow College to advance on in the tournament as both free throws are made by Rachel Prescott. 9 points for her here all in the first half.
Interesting lineup out there right now, I think, for the Badgers, as they only have one starter out on the floor.
McDonald tries to do some work on Martin, and she's blocked. Here's CNCC running the other way. Now they pull it back. Tuliane gives it off to Rodriguez. Chalice almost pokes her hand in there to steal it away once again, and now a kickball is called, so the Spartans will inbound it. 19 seconds left on the shot clock.
1:10 on the game clock. Again, only one Badger starter is out there right now. No pressure at all, and Colorado turns it over.
Just
Rachel Prescott just couldn't handle it. Went off her knee and out of bounds.
There wasn't much contention on that pass, but or pressure, I should say. Just not able to corral it. Here on the other end, Martindale baseline, and she's off the mark.
Badgers are going to pick up another foul.
So what looked like the Badgers might have been able to take a double-digit lead here in the halftime, and a run by the Spartans has cut this lead down to 4, now possibly 2. So giving the underdog a light of hope, something to build off of going into halftime right here. This is what the Spartans want.
Free throw is off the mark by Tuimane.
Goes in for her second one, and that's off the mark too. That won't help your cause when you're trying to pull the upset.
Well, I guess if you're running the offense, it shouldn't matter who's on the floor. But again, the Badgers only one starter out there right now.
McDonald drives in.
And there it is. You run the offense, I guess, and you get a good look. Good move by Johnson on the, or McDonald on the baseline.
So McDonald with a chance for the three-point play. Rachel McDonald seeing her first minutes of the night here late in the first half. Can't knock in the free throw. Rebound. Pulled down by the Spartans. About 23 seconds left on the shot clock, so about a 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Rodriguez hesitates, now drives in, puts up the floater, and she is...
Offensive foul is going to be called. Good job by Johnson for the Badgers there. Lindsey Johnson to get position. So the Badgers will get the last shot here, or should be able to play for the last shot of the first half.
Trying to push this lead to 8 or possibly even 9. McDonald drives in, puts up the shot.
Ooh.
She's got the foul.
She's got the foul. I thought it was a travel, but they're going to call Tyra Rodriguez for the blocking foul before. So 2 seconds on the game clock, and the Badgers will have 2 free throws.
So good push by the Badgers here late in the first half to extend this lead back out to 7 points. And McDonald looks to make it 8 points. 3 points for Rachel McDonald on the night, the 6'1" freshman from Draper, Utah. She knocks in both of those, so 2 for 3 from the free throw line as 1 second left. The half-court shot is put up, missed by Sarah Midgley, and that's gonna wrap things up here in the first half as the Snow College Badgers take an 8-point lead as the number 3 and the number 6 seed square off here in the first game of the Region 18 tournament. We will get some halftime stats up for you here in just one moment, so don't go away here on Snow TV.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
I started my journey at Snow College because of the
beautiful campus,
amazing professors, fun, friendly people,
hands-on classroom experience,
affordable education.
I love the social life.
our nationally ranked football team,
the intramural sports,
opportunities to get involved,
small class sizes,
amazing improv theater.
my teachers know me, campus activities. It feels like home.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You have a journey ahead of you. How will you create it? How will you embrace it? How will you achieve it? How will you change the world and discover yourself in the process? You will, at Snow College.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow. I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
And here we return for the second half. Here bringing you your Snow College Badger basketball on Snow TV, along with every other game of the Region 18 tournament. Whether it's Snow College, Colorado Northwestern, North Idaho College, College of Southern Idaho, it doesn't matter. We are here to bring every game here to you this weekend right here on Snow TV as Colorado Northwestern with the ball down by 8 points. They were outscored by 4 points in both the first quarter and the second quarter, which led to this 8-point lead for the Badgers as that shot is missed by Midgley. Rebound Brooke Wheeler. So now Snow College with a chance to extend this lead out to 10 points. Down low to Brooke Wheeler. Wheeler on the baseline to Lindsey Johnson, who sinks it. Lindsey Johnson now has 4 points as the ball's thrown away yet again, right into the hands of Brooke Wheeler. And then Hurley looked for Lindsey Johnson, who wasn't looking for Hurley, and so ball right back to the Spartans. Turnovers have been coming in quite the numbers, as 8 total turnovers for Colorado Northwestern in that first half, while Snow had 11.
Wow.
But they still were able to manage an 8-point lead.
That's fairly impressive. I know coaches, varies from coach to coach, but most coaches like no more than 15 turnovers in a game, usually more around the 10 to 11. Of course, optimally none, but I mean, they understand there's going to be some.
As layups missed there by Tuiane. Now it's Thomas the other way. She can't get the shot to go either. But I think a large part of why Snow College can attribute to this 10-point lead is they have 14 second chance points.
Wow.
There in the first half.
That's huge. How many offensive rebounds?
Offensive rebounds was 12.
12, and they got 24 points out of it?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
On the other end, Brooke Wheeler. A little short jumper. That one's off the mark. Rebound, Colorado Northwestern.
That's not a shot you usually see her making. She was kind of drifting from a right to left. Not usually what you see her taking. She's usually taking most of her shots going to the basket, ducking under, jump hook, something of that nature.
Looked more like
looked like a travel. And they did call it.
So travel called on Shelby Harvey, who's yet to score here in this game. And Hurley,
bothered by Taylor Thomas all the way down the floor.
Gives it back up to Van Kampen. Now Hurley with the ball back. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. As Madison Smith is doing work down low. Now she gets it. Madison Smith off the backboard. Lindsey Johnson able to poke the ball away, and then the offensive rebound pulled down by Madison Smith. So great hustle by Lindsey Johnson on keeping that ball alive. Now the Badgers have a second opportunity, but Hurley's blocked by Tuiane. Tuiane running the floor off to Prescott. Prescott's blocked.
Good job by Van Kampen to get a hand on that shot.
And Midgley loses control of the basketball as she drives in. Now it rolls out of bounds. Ball will go back with Snow College.
Boy, a little hectic here for the last minute and a half or so. Not taking care of the ball, either team. Not getting really good looks at the basket either. In substitution, Sarah Midgley's going to go out for the Spartans. Was that Prescott that checked in?
I did not catch who checked in.
Prescott or
it was
Rodriguez?
Yeah, Rodriguez just checked in. Van Kampen.
Nice hands there by Taylor Thomas to knock it out. Taylor Thomas very active defensively. And again, Colorado is paying a lot of attention to Caitlin Hurley. Whether she's got the ball or not, there's somebody on her defensively trying to prevent her from getting the ball or having to work once she does get the ball or to get open.
Brooke with the ball, hands off to Hurley. Madison Smith can't corral the pass. Prescott running the floors. Now she loses control of it. Gets it back, though, and wisely decides to pull that one out. Rodriguez Off to Harvey. Back out to Rodriguez. Spartans looking for anything here as the travel is called on Tuiane.
Spartans were looking pretty good right there, showing some patience, working the ball around, trying to find somebody open, but then they just lost it.
And pass is almost stolen away again, thanks to the hustle of Taylor Thomas, but just not quite able to get there in time. And now they're going to get her for the foul.
Second foul on Thomas.
36-26. Badgers trying to keep this around a double-digit lead as they look to advance, but as the ball is stolen away, poked away, thanks to the defense of Tuiane and Harvey working on Van Kampen, and a block on the other end by Brooke Wheeler. As Rodriguez was trapped.
Rodriguez penetrated just a little bit too much, got down to the baseline, then had nowhere to go as she was double teamed.
That'd be Brooke Wheeler's third block tonight. So here's Tuiane, drives into Johnson, who goes flying to the floor. The three-pointer's missed. Brooke Wheeler with the rebound. Hurley pushing the other way. Picks up her dribble at the free throw line, and Caitlin Hurley is fouled.
Foul's going to be called on Taylor Thomas again. That's going to be her third. Seems like this is kind of what happened when the Badgers played at Rangeley, is Taylor Thomas got into some foul trouble, had to sit for a while, and then the Badgers made a run. Nice pass that time. Hurley found a cutting Lisa Van Kampen, got her the ball in perfect position, right down on the low block and laid it in.
So the easy two for Lisa Van Kampen, and she has 4 points this afternoon. As Tuiane puts up the floater / runner. I'm not sure what to call that shot, but it's off the mark.
Just a little off balance that time.
Hurley gives off to Smith, drives in with the left hand.
I guess that tape's not bothering her at all because she did lay that up with the left hand, and that was smooth.
10 points for Madison Smith. She leads all scorers. Rodriguez gets the ball in the corner, guarded by Johnson. Shot clock starting to wind down, 5 seconds as the shot's put up by Tuiane. In and out. Rebound, pulled down by the Badgers. So it's 40-26, 14-point lead. Can Snow pull away?
Brooke Wheeler, so tough down that low. She got it, kind of does a little drop step and then lowers the shoulder and comes up and underneath, lays it in and draws the foul.
So Aubrey Chalice set to check into the game for the Badgers, and Snow College now extends their lead 42-26 with a free throw on its way. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
You have a journey ahead of you. How will you create it? How will you embrace it? How will you achieve it? How will you change the world and discover yourself in the process? You will, at Snow College.
I started my...
Checking your fantasy league? Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Brooke Wheeler at the free throw line, looking to complete a 3-point play. Put the Badgers at 43 points, and she does.
So we've played 5 minutes and 40 seconds here in the second half, and you say Colorado has yet to score.
Yep, Colorado, they were at 26 points at halftime, and they are still at 26 points.
Badgers have now gone to full court press here against the Spartans.
They almost forced a turnover there earlier. And they do. Madison Smith off to Hurley. Hurley left hand, in and out. Gets her own rebound, and that one doesn't go either. Now it's Madison Smith, third chance, no. And finally Colorado with the rebound.
Taylor Thomas finally gets the ball for the Spartans to stop the offensive rebounds nailed by the Badgers, but couldn't turn it into points.
Man, a couple more baskets here for Snow, and you got to think this game might be put away, but Harvey cleans up the shot there, and Kelsey Harvey with the big basket for the Spartans to try to keep them in this one. Madison Smith open, steps on the three-point line, but she hits the long two.
He gave him three.
Wow.
Now I think the one referee is going to correct it. I think you saw it correctly the first time. One referee signaled 3-point, but the referee on the baseline had a better look at it, and she says the foot was on the line. So good call, Jacob.
So knocked down to a 2-point basket, 45-28. Spartans finally get on the board here in the third quarter.
Good job by Rachel Prescott to corral that. Almost another turnover.
Taylor Martin off to Thomas. Prescott hit a three earlier, looked at it that time. Now it's Harvey that takes it. She's been taking that all night, but they just haven't been falling. Up ahead to Madison Smith. Madison Smith, right hand, just out of control. Can't get it, but rebounds her own shot. Now it's low to Wheeler. Wheeler tries to feed Hurley, but Spartans got their hands in that one.
Good job by Taylor Thomas to get a hand on that. Wheeler tried to go over the top that time with the pass, trying to find Hurley on the baseline. She either needed to jump or get a little more lob on it or try to go underneath the hands.
Now on the other end, it looked like a travel there.
That should be a jump ball or a travel, one of the two.
No call, and then Taylor Thomas takes advantage of the opportunity by hitting her first three-pointer of the night. She's got 7 points.
Ortmeyer looked like he had a little smile on his face after that one, thinking, well, we dodged a bullet and got some points.
Hurley drives in. It looks like someone got a hand on that shot. Brooke Wheeler, though, cleans it up. Madison Smith can't hit the shot. Thomas with the rebound. 2 minutes left to go till the end of the third quarter. CNCC down by 15 points, needing to cut in here as that shot is missed by Rodriguez. Hurley drives in, double team. I don't know who she was passing that one to.
She was in trouble. She knew it, tried to pass it out outside, but nobody was there.
Prescott is fouled on the other end by Chalice, so Rachel Prescott will have 2 free throws of her own. That's Aubrey Chalice's second foul. Looks like Alexa Gatmeyer and Brooke Wheeler set to check in for the Badgers, along with Sarah Midgley and Tuiane for the Spartans.
It's actually Johnson coming in.
Johnson.
So
that 12 and 15 look pretty familiar. They both got the long brown hair. And the free throw goes in for Rachel Prescott.
Now the Spartans putting on some three-quarter court pressure. Looks like setting up a half-court trap. Gatmeyer takes a shot out of the corner for 3 and nails it.
7 points for Alexa Gatmeyer.
That's her first 3 of the game.
(48-31). Tuiane drives left, now puts up the shot, and she's fouled on it.
Hurley that time a little bit out of position. and just got her with the body as she went up for the shot.
So Tuiane, 2 free throws. Tiffany Madsen getting ready to check in for the Badgers. Tuiane misses that one. She's got 6 points tonight. So Hurley's going to get a rest along with Taylor Martin as Shelby Harvey comes into the game for CNCC.
Tiffany Madsen for the Badgers.
Tuiane makes the second. Her first free throw of the night, 7 points. Madsen off to Chalice. Back to Chalice.
Spartans in a zone, and they're very, very conscious of Wheeler down low. It's going to be hard for the Badgers to find him just getting a regular in. There they worked it around the perimeter and did get it in. That time they reversed the ball quick enough that the defense wasn't able to shift over fast enough. Nice tip pass to the inside, and Brooke Wheeler lays it in.
So Brooke Wheeler, I think that's the third time tonight we're seeing her with a three-point play down under the basket. Brooke Wheeler now has 14 points tonight. Make that 15. Badgers up by 19 points, continuing to extend this lead here with this big third quarter. Harvey, though, they're able to break the full court press. Find wide open down low was Shelby Harvey, who is fouled on the play. They're going to get Aubrey Chalice for that.
That's a hard call there for Brooke Wheeler. She's the only one back that time. Spartans had 2 offensive players, and she went all the way out. I think maybe just kind of hesitate going out and not leaving the person right underneath the basket. You'd rather give up a 15-footer than a layup.
So Shelby Harvey, normally a very active player on the scoring end of the offense, finally gets her first point of the night with making one of those 2 free throws. As the Badgers tried to slip it down to Wheeler, knocked around, finally makes its way to Chalice, who puts it up with the right hand.
Lays it in. I'm not even sure that was intended for Chalice. I think that was going to be a skip pass to the girl that was further out. But Chalice was cutting down the lane and reached up and got a hand on it.
Thomas out to Midgley, and Midgley just wasn't looking at the clock as time was expiring here in the third quarter. And so that's going to how it's going to end, and that's kind of the story of the third quarter for CNCC as they were found to be outscored by 12 points. We'll see if they can make a comeback here in the fourth in just 1 minute.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow. I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money going to come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Thank you for joining us here this afternoon on Snow TV as we broadcast live from Twin Falls, Idaho. As all the Region 18 tournament games will be happening here as Gatmeyer almost falls to the floor as she gives it off to Lindsey Johnson, who puts in the three-pointer.
Buries the 3 from straight away.
Extends the lead out to 23 points. CNCC might be seeing their season end here in this final quarter of play. Thomas is fouled on the drive-in, though, so she will have free throws. The third foul called on Caitlin Hurley.
You know, hard to look at this and say, you know, the Spartans come in, they lose, you know, first game of the tournament, but I'm seeing some vast improvements in the Colorado Northwestern program. The Lady Spartans have improved greatly. I think they've been very, very competitive all year in all the games that I've seen anyway against the Badgers, and looking at some of the scores, they've played a lot of teams very, very tough. Maybe falling down in the last part, but that's something that's going to come with experience. This young team, as you mentioned, only 2 sophomores on the squad. They're going to come back. They're going to, you know, if they can bring all these players back again, they're going to be very competitive next year. And
that is very true. They only have 2 sophomores on their team. The only 2 players they'd be losing as that shot is airballed off the mark is Sarah Midgley and Tyra Rodriguez.
And they're great players, but you know they've got a really good core of freshmen. If Fort Myer can have a good recruiting class again, keep the girls he's got, and build on this team unity, he's going to be a team that's going to be very competitive next year.
On the other end, we have Shelby Harvey. She gets her first basket of the night. That's not a free throw. 3 points for Shelby Harvey as she's able to lay that one in with the left hand. Foul called on Midgley.
That's going to be the first on Sarah Midgley.
So Sarah Midgley was getting a little too friendly with Caitlin Hurley, and she gets her first foul.
Spartans still playing very aggressive defense as Hurley goes all the way to the hoop but can't get it to roll.
Hangs up there on the rim but just won't roll the right direction for her.
Badgers playing man-to-man.
Tuiane drives in. Off the mark, rebound, Prescott. She tries to give it down low to Thomas, but it's out of bounds off of Snow College. It'll stay with the Spartans. 13 seconds left on the shot clock for CNCC as Prescott throws this one in to Midgley, who puts up the 3, in and out. It looked good, but then
good hustle that time. Shelby Harvey.
Looked like she just wanted the ball more than the Badgers. So Shelby Harvey, offensive board and a putback. Now it's Lindsey Johnson, and she hits it.
Again, a nice decision that time by Johnson not to try to go all the way to the hoop. Back there was Shelby Harvey ready to defend. Instead, she pulls up for a little 5-footer. That's not an easy shot either. I mean, you got all your momentum going towards the hoop to be able to pull up and not put a touch on that. Nice job by Sarah Midgley.
Sarah Midgley puts up the right-handed runner. She's fouled on the shot. So Sarah Midgley now with 4 points tonight, looking to make it 5. Playing what could be her last game as a Colorado Northwestern Community College Spartan.
Tiffany Madsen got called for the foul on the Badgers.
Misses the free throw. Badgers with a 19-point lead. 7:20 left to play till the final buzzer sounds. Brooke Wheeler, left elbow. Off the mark, batted out of bounds. They're going to say off of Snow College. That was Thomas who had the initial rebound, and now she's going to inbound the basketball. Gives out to Prescott. Prescott almost gets trapped, but gets it back out. Now the Spartans got a 2-on-1. And the right-handed layup for Harvey, Kelsey.
Kelsey Harvey not intimidated by Brooke Wheeler. Went right against her and laid it off the glass.
Hurley gives off to Madison. Now it's Brooke. Spins off the rim. And now a foul is called on Snow College.
Boy, not a lot of contact there, I didn't think. But the foul is going to be called on Brooke Wheeler. That's her second. It's going to be the third team foul on the Badgers here in this quarter.
So that shot is missed by Prescott. Now it's Madison Smith, so good at running the floor, and she hits it with the right-handed layup.
You're right, Jacob. She was on the weak side that time, but she didn't take off until she saw that one of the Badgers was going to come up with the rebound. She ran right by one of the Spartans and got the pass in stride.
Prescott drives right now with the right-handed layup. Good strong move from Rachel Prescott.
She went right around Madison Smith that time. Nice touch off the glass.
Not a bad afternoon for her. She's got 13 points. As Madison feeds it down low to Brooke, not able to corral that pass. And then a foul is called, or did they say it went out of bounds?
She double dribbled.
She double dribbled, okay.
She kind of bounced it as she was gaining control, little off balance, and then she took a dribble trying to get out of the paint.
Badgers still pressing some, working time off that shot clock.
I like that. They've got a good lead, but a lot of time left on the clock, and you want to stay in this rhythm. You've got another game tomorrow if you do come up with a win. Oh, now they've called Caitlin Hurley with an offensive foul. She threw an elbow against Thomas trying to get away. Looks like Thomas might have a bloody nose.
Yeah, Thomas immediately grabbed her nose there, and she's going to check out of the game. And so
that's the fourth foul on Caitlin Hurley.
Sarah Midgley comes into the game for Thomas. Hurley stays in the game, playing with 4 fouls now, as you mentioned. Midgley steps back and out of bounds off of Brooke Wheeler.
Kind of off balance. Brooke Wheeler tried to reach out and bring it back in and just had it go off her fingertips out of bounds. 17-point lead for the Badgers, but the Spartans a chance to cut.
Prescott off to Harvey for 3, and they do cut into it. 3 more points for Kelsey Harvey. She's got 10. Leads down to 14 points. CNCC's not done yet.
Are all those points in the second half?
Not quite.
She had 1 in the first?
Yeah, she had 1 in the first.
Brooke Wheeler sets a nice pick, rolls to the hoop.
And foul is called. So Hurley, you're going to say it's a shooting foul. She'll be getting a couple of free throws, but we're going to take a timeout first. It's 60-46. Badgers up by 14 with 4:41 left to play.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that? We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
I started my journey at Snow College because of the
beautiful campus,
amazing professors, fun, friendly people,
hands-on classroom experience,
affordable education.
I love the social life,
our nationally ranked football team,
the intramural sports,
opportunities to get involved,
small class sizes,
amazing improv theater.
My teachers know me,
campus activities.
It feels like home.
So welcome back here on Snow TV as we bring you the final minutes here of the first game of the Region 18 Conference Tournament as Brooke Wheeler spins her way to the basket and puts in the right hand. 17 points for Brooke Wheeler as the Spartans pray for a miracle, and Harvey still with that hot hand as she knocks in that shot. Kelsey Harvey, 12 points. Coming alive here late, but it may be just a little, too late. Madison Smith, foot on the three-pointer line, and maybe she should have been back by 3 as she sells that one long. Now it's Brooke Wheeler, spins now with the left hand. Left hand doesn't look as good as the right hand there as that one rims off, and now a foul is called on the loose ball. That's going to be on Madison Smith, her third. So under 4 minutes left to play now. Badger lead, 14 points, as they look to advance to play College of Southern Idaho. And so now free throws are going to be coming for Colorado Northwestern the rest of the way. As first free throw falls in for Shelby Harvey. 6 points. Aubrey Chalice checks into the game for Alexa Gatmeyer. And her second one is good as well for Shelby Harvey.
And she'll check out, and Taylor Martin checks in for
the Spartans. And so now the Badgers working against a full court press. Aubrey Chalice dribbles in, gives off to Madison, leads down to 12 points, so Badgers can't quite relax yet, as it's almost stolen away by the Spartans, but it's going to stay with Snow College as it rolls out of bounds. 18 seconds left on the shot clock, 3:38 on the game. Brooke Wheeler gives off. Now Chalice is open. Her jumper doesn't go. So the Spartans with a chance, if they're able to hit a 3, to cut this within single digits. Prescott drives in, kicks out to Martin, who feeds Rodriguez on the baseline. Almost travels, but able to just barely keep that left foot down, and then stepped on the out of bounds line is Riley Thompson.
Tough break that time for the Spartans. As you mentioned, they've gone on a little bit of a run here. They've cut the lead from 17 down to 12, and a chance there to make even more damage, but just a costly turnover there. They were showing good patience, just turned it over before they could get a look at the basket.
Chalice gives down low to Hurley, who gets the easy layup.
Hurley got a great pick out high that time from Lisa Van Camp and kind of slid in behind it, and a good pass from Chalice down to Hurley.
64-58, three-pointer on the other end by Harvey, goes out of bounds. Prescott tries to save it, but there was no Spartans in the direction where she threw the basketball, and so it will go with Snow College. 64-58. Van Campen gives off to Hurley.
Next game coming up is Salt Lake Bruins against the Colorado Northwestern Spartans, right? That game will be played at 2 o'clock, and we'll have the game right here on Snow TV.
So that will be the men's team squaring off as Brooke Wheeler gets the right-handed floater to fall through for her. 19 points for Brooke. She's had her way tonight underneath the basket.
Just a reminder for all the streams will be carried on Snow TV. Game times are noon and 2, 5:30 and 7:30, both today and tomorrow. The championship games for the women will be at 5:30 on Saturday. The men will be at 7:30.
So just because this game's starting to wrap up doesn't mean your time here on Snow TV is done yet, but we're going to take a quick break as we got 2:08 left to play. Badgers up by 16 points here in Twin Falls.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Inbounding the basketball. 2 minutes left to play, down by 16. I'd say if a comeback happened now, it would be a miracle.
Not much time now. The Badgers have done a good job of playing defense to force the time to run down, but there's a three-point shot hit by Riley Thompson. Or was it Midgley?
That was Sarah Midgley. And
now a foul on the Badgers, so you had to say something.
I did. I did.
There is not a lot of time left, but the Spartans not giving up and battling hard down the stretch here. So Sarah Midgley hits the three to cut it to a 13-point lead. And now at the free throw line, wow.
That's not going to help out.
I would have bet the farm and everything else that would not have happened from Kelsey Harvey.
Oh my goodness. So that free throw nowhere near the rim. And she's going to try to redeem herself on this one. And she can't get that one to go as well. You got to make those.
Got to score with the clock stopped.
Now it's Tiffany Madsen, top of the key, gives off to Chalice. Chalice feeds it down low to McDonald. McDonald guarded by Harvey. Thought about the shot. Now for three on the other end is Lisa Van Kampen. She doesn't get it to go. And Midgley, who banked in that three just a moment ago, looks to work some more magic with the left hand, and she does. And she's got a free throw coming her way. Sarah Midgley with what could be 2 3-point plays in a row, just in different style and fashion. This one's coming from the free throw line.
This one's the old-fashioned
She's got it.
play.
10 points for Sarah Midgley.
Boy, everybody was standing around waiting for a second free throw. I wasn't sure. Now the Badgers are going to call a timeout. 10-point lead with 1:15 to go.
So we will see what Colorado Northwestern can dial up here in the last minute of play, down by 10. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Spartans with the press, trying to steal it away. Coming up on a minute left to play here in this game.
This is a stretch right now where the Badgers really got to take care of the ball. They don't have Caitlin Hurley out there, and the Spartans are going to play very aggressive pressure defense.
Shot clock down to 8 seconds, and now a foul comes as Tuiane fouls Alexa Gatmeyer. 53 seconds left, and so that's going to give Snow College a fresh shot clock.
Fresh shot clock, and they're not going into the 1-and-1, so that's actually a detriment right now to the Spartans. They want to foul, send the Badgers to the free throw line to get the ball back. But they had fouls to give.
They haven't been fouling enough throughout the game, I guess. So another foul called, and now it's 26. Shot clock did not reset there. And they foul Tiffany Madsen, and now I think free throws are coming. Yep.
Finally into the bonus. But 47 seconds remaining, 10-point lead, not unheard of here. The Badgers definitely need to hit their free throws. And then just play defense aggressive enough that you force them to run some shot clock before they get the easy look.
McDonald makes that free throw. Had an interesting free throw routine from Rachel McDonald. She actually jumps on her free throws. Misses the second one. Tuiane, Spartans needing a quick basket. Prescott drives in and she's fouled.
That was pretty good defense by Aubrey Chalice, I thought. She was just forcing Prescott down to the baseline. Got a little aggressive, I guess, with the body, and that'll send Prescott to the free throw line.
Aubrey Chalice, that's her fourth foul, so both guards now for Snow College in a little bit of foul trouble as Hurley checks into the game for Rachel McDonald.
Well, you want Hurley in the ball game right now for her ball handling skills. She's also an excellent free throw shooter, so she needs to take care of the ball.
Almost
and
stolen
hit the
away.
free throws. Yep, you're right.
But heads up play by Madsen to get the ball, and Tiffany Madsen is now fouled by Kelsey Harvey. That's her second foul. So we got Tiffany Madsen headed to the free throw line. Tiffany Madsen yet to score tonight, so this would be her first points of the afternoon if she's able to put this one through, and she does.
Like I say, free throws are very big going down the stretch here. If the Badgers can at least hit 1 out of 2 each time they go to the free throw line, they should be able to hold on. Don't want to give up the 3-point shots, though, by the Spartans.
35 seconds left. Prescott runs down the floor. Back to Prescott, drives in. Tuiane takes the three. She's got it.
Nails it.
They are not done. Into Gatmeyer. They need to foul her quickly, and they do.
Shelby Harvey gets a hand on Gatmeyer as Gatmeyer was going past her, headed towards the basket. So down to an 8-point lead.
So 69-61.
Still think you need to hit at least 1 out of 2 on the free throws, but I think you got to make them work a little bit harder to get that 3-point shot off.
Alexa Gatmeyer almost automatic at the free throw line. She's a 92% free throw shooter. So that's not exactly the girl you want to send, but just like that, she misses. So you got to think you at least got to push this up to 9 points. 70-61. That'll take 3 threes for them to tie. And there's only 18 seconds left. Stolen away.
Nice steal by Aubrey Chalice.
That should about wrap it up, as it looks like the Spartans are just going to let them run the duration of this time off. And so Snow College is going to advance to the next round, the semifinals of the Region 18 tournament, where they will take on College of Southern Idaho here tomorrow at noon yet again. And so thank you for joining us here on Snow TV. I've been Jacob Bateman along with Gary Chidster, along with the rest of your Snow TV crew, as we're here in Twin Falls, Idaho, bringing you every single game here on the Region 18 Conference Tournament, as we saw the 3rd-seeded Snow College advance here to the semifinals. And so don't go anywhere, especially if you love basketball, if you love the SWAC Conference. We got it all here, as here in just a few minutes we are going to be broadcasting the men's teams of Salt Lake Community College squaring off against Colorado Northwestern Community College as well. And so we're going to wrap us up here on this game as Snow College sneaks out with the 9-point win here in Twin Falls, Idaho.